Hello again everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at something a little different, the Auckland City Tour by Kea Skies. So, here we go. 90 minutes in the Cessna 172. This is compatible with 2020 and 2024. And it's fully narrated.
And we've got Captain Tane, our ace pilot, who'll keep us below 1,500 feet where he can, so you'll get an eyeful of the stunning cityscape up close. He's already locked in our flight plan on the EFB and GPS up front. Yep, all programmed and ready to roll. So we're in for a smooth ride with the best sights dialed in. Together, we're here to whisk you through Auckland's jaw-dropping sights and the tales that make this place truly special. Here's the quick rundown. Since this is a Cessna 172, we're pretty cozy in here, so keep those belts nice and snug. We've got a fire extinguisher and a first aid kit on board, just in case, but hopefully they'll enjoy the view with the rest of us. Feeling a bit queasy? Sing out. We've got sick bags on hand and some friendly pep talks if you need them. We take a moment to mihi to the tangata whenua, the Maori heart of this whenua, this land, and the mana whenua who have been kaitiaki or guardians here for generations. Their tikanga,
So this is very different.
Inspires us to treat the land with care, so we tread lightly, even while soaring above. ATC's given us special clearance.
And it's effectively a bush
so you're
tour,
in for a treat today.
narrated,
Our expected flight time is about 1.5 hours, and first
with
on
the
today's
Maori
journey
language.
is Manukau City Centre. Alright, all good everyone? Captain Tane, take off that parking brake, get us onto the runway, and let's roll.
And it's us in the controls, behind the controls, which is pretty cool. So yeah, a narrated scenic flight tour. It's about 1 hour 30 minutes in length. We've got a load of Maori language to kind of enjoy and immerse ourselves in. We're going to learn about some of the rich cultural heritage in the area as well for New Zealand. A beautiful part of the world, naturally, with a really cool culture behind it. We'll get on our way. Power set. Engine T's and P's are in the green. Speed's alive. $60 knots. Fixed gear. Now obviously I'm used to the airliners, so it'll be interesting to see how we get on with this. As always, let us know what you think down in the comments section below. Really important you give feedback to this sort of thing as well. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Effectively, we just chase the flight plan and we hit each target along the way.
As we climb out from Ardmore Aerodrome,
$8 US.
patchwork of farmland below. What you've learned when we head back.
It's interesting being back in a default Cessna.
Long stretch of road
Very different to those highly complicated aircraft that we're used to.
Our main artery that pumps traffic in
Very
and
twitchy.
out of Tamaki Makaurau, Auckland.
So yeah, something a little different this. We're going to spend an hour and a half effectively. There's captions as well, if you didn't want to kind of listen to it but you wanted to read the screen instead. And this pre-planned sort of flight plan, which is very nice. And we'll look out for some of the points of interest as we fly along, see what this has to offer. But yeah, it's available via the Kea Skies website. It is going to be linked in the description down below if you want to get your hands on it. $8 US, or the equivalent of, depending on the currency, for where you reside. But we're going to spend a little time enjoying the Auckland landscape. Here's some stories, I suppose, as well. Not really sure what to expect with this. We've got this custom painted Cessna 172.
There is a whopping 1.7 million. Our Australian mates
And you can
claim
see
it's
down here
theirs,
this little
but
kind
nah,
of
mate, it's ours.
icon pointing out
For
the points of
something
interest.
heartier, try our traditional Maori hangi, slow-cooked smoky goodness. Manuko's got it all. Malls, theme parks, events, plus bubble tea, Polynesian pastries, and the latest sneakers all in one spot.
Great choice of aeroplane, but I think I'd probably prefer to have something that had not necessarily an autopilot, but less of a huge dash getting in the way. Because this is all about scenery, right? So I think if it was an aircraft that had more visibility around it, although granted we do have it out the side on the left, it'd probably be a little bit better. Auckland International Airport up ahead, NZAA, so we'll go and see that. This is very twitchy to fly. I'm going to struggle getting used to this, I think. Tiny little control inputs and it's like 6G. They recommend having the Orbex Auckland landmarks installed as well, so you get some enhanced visuals, but it's not required at all if you don't want to use it. All of the voiceovers are studio recorded apparently as well. We got the on-screen POI markers that we've seen, and automatic audio triggers based on where you are in reference to your flight plan, which is pretty good, as would be expected with a bush tour type mission, I suppose, in the sim anyway. Just try and trim her up for a nice level flight. We don't want to go above 1500, but if I can do 760 to 1000, I'll be happy. Phonetic pronunciation of Maori words.
Airport, the busiest airport in all of Aotearoa. It handles millions of passengers each year, connecting our little corner of the Pacific to the rest of the world. You might catch a glimpse from here of a heavy jet on takeoff, or those tiny service vehicles zipping around like koru ants on the tarmac. Down on the airport grounds, Maori carvings and art welcome travellers from all over the globe, giving them a real sense of tūranga waiwai, that feeling of belonging, right from the moment they land. The terminal's named after Jean Batten, a Kiwi legend who flew her way into the history books. Kia ora to that.
Really good Payware Airport down there. Lightbeam Studios.
You've got the Kiwi spirit already. Right, let's keep the good vibes rolling. Up next,
Only
we're
the
diving
good
into a
vibes
bit
here.
of Te Reo Māori. Get ready to give it a crack.
265, one roll. So I'm going to spend the next few minutes, I say a few minutes, about another hour, immersing myself in Kiwi Maori culture and learning everything I need to know thanks to the Kea Skies Bush thing. I might snap to a couple of more, narrated elements. If anything pops up that I think, bloody hell, this is wicked, I need to show you guys that. But so far, really very cool and quite nice. Something very different to what I usually do, and it makes you explore beautiful landscape in MSFS, naturally, as well, which is pretty cool.
Right, whānau, let's dive into the heart of Aotearoa with some Te Reo Māori, the original tongue of this land, alive with mana and one of our official languages. It's not just words, it's the spirit of the place, and you're gonna love it.
Let's do a bit of Maori then.
Crack? First up is haere mai. It means come here. Go on, shout it out loud. Haere mai. Tino pai, that's brilliant. Now, thank you is ngā mihi. A big warm cheers from the heart. Let's say it together. Big smiles. Ngā mihi. Ka pai. Nice one. And when it's time to wave goodbye, it's haere rā. Go well. Give it a go. Haere rā. Awesome. Let's roll them all again. Haere mai. Ngā mihi. And haere rā. Your naturals, team. Stick those in your pocket. Next stop, we're surfing over to Piha with the Waitakere Ranges in our sights.
It says subtitled Maori words with phonetic pronunciation We didn't put the subtitles on for today. I think I would like to have heard it be like, this is how you pronounce it, because that was just really fast and I just couldn't. I couldn't get my head around any of that, especially with the other people on the aeroplane shouting as well. It kind of drowned that second repetition out. So if you're looking to learn those things, you might find that easier than I have. But certainly you'd probably need to have those subtitles on the screen to help you with that. Now I've had to climb above 1500 because of the terrain. We'll just drift on back down.
As we cruise over West Auckland toward Piha, let's dive into some Maori mythology that'll make your spine tingle. Below us, the Waitakere Ranges unfurl like a green carpet. Keep your peepers peeled for any shimmer of water snaking through those valleys. That's where Taniwha might be lurking, a legendary beast hiding in rivers or caves. Some say it's a fierce protector of land. Others reckon it's a cheeky trickster ready to stir the pot. Don't worry, whānau, we're safe up here at 1,000 feet, but you never know. Pilot, spot any Taniwha shadows down there? Look at that. Below sparkles a reservoir, built back in 1923 to keep Auckland's taps flowing. Its water filtered pure by this pristine forest. That dense bush down there, it's a playground for some of Aotearoa's feathered stars. First up, the cheeky tui. Hear that? That's the tui, which is also a local beer brand. Then there's the chunky kereru. That's our kereru bird. Maori say atua, or spiritual guardians, watch over these trees, and you can feel their mana from up here. Oh, and those Cody trees? Absolute giants, some over 2,000 years old. But they're battling Cody dieback, a nasty disease creeping through the soil. Locals are fighting hard to save him, so if you visit, stick to the tracks and scrub those boots. Let's keep these legends standing tall. E hoa ma, welcome to Piha, home of Aotearoa's famous black sand beaches. Pilot, swing us around Lion Rock, would you, for the best view of this stunner. Piha was formed by volcanic minerals that lend the shoreline its distinctive dark hue. Those sands may look amazing, but fair warning, they get seriously hot under the strong Kiwi sun, so you might want to keep your jandals handy. Smack in the middle is Lion Rock, Te Piha, a volcanic guardian and sacred kaitiaki. Once a fortified pa, Maori etched their tails into its cliffs. And here's a hot tip, slather on the sunscreen. New Zealand's got a sneaky hole in the ozone layer up there, letting through extra UV rays that'll toast you faster than a pavlova in the oven. We're world champs at sunblock down here, gotta protect that skin. Take a moment to appreciate the mana of this place. A powerful reminder of the deep connection between the people, the land, and the ocean here in Aotearoa.
So far, really cool. Being able to sort of go and explore parts of the world that I just wouldn't even do in an airliner, because I'd be flying the procedures, taking it into bigger airports or the regional airports with an ATR, which is probably where this would get a bit closer. But you're not then really exploring the scenery slowly and kind of getting your head around the landscape, the culture, the history.
It's a surfing mecca. Locals reckon it's where you earn.
It's funny, isn't it? Because I've always wanted to go to New Zealand, but it's so far away, and certainly pre-COVID it was a bit more accessible because Air New Zealand flew into Heathrow, for example, via Los Angeles to Auckland and back.
Tomorrow's shower water again. And in the distance, the Auckland Sky Tower.
But it's absolutely on my list of places to go and visit. It's this sort of product actually that would suck me in a little bit more, because Makes me want to visit more. And I do love a flat white.
Look down. Whenuapai, home of the Royal New Zealand Air Force since 1937. This place has seen it all. Bombers roaring off during World War II, then stepping up as Auckland's main airport till 1965.
Oh look, there's
now
jets.
it's where key Air Force units do their mahi. Check out the runway and taxi. There's our mighty transport planes built to haul gear and troops across Aotearoa. Maybe
Good old
gearing up
A400M.
for takeoff. Nearby, there's sometimes our helicopters too, from the number 6 squadron, ready for anti-submarine hunts or daring rescues. Imagine the crews below. Recon, rescue, the works, keeping us safe from the skies. Next, see that shimmer? That's the upper Waitemata Harbour, sparkling like a gem with Herald Island chilling in the middle. No grand rivers here, just the sneaky Whenuapai stream feeding this tidal beauty. It's New Zealand's aviation backbone meets nature's playground. Tino pai, eh? We are moments away from Auckland Prison. Why don't we circle the prison for a good look? Alright, sports fans and high-flying explorers,
Look at that stadium.
set your sights on North Harbour Stadium, o ngā kauhanga nui o Te Raki, one of Tāmaki Makoto's crown jewels. From above, its sleek oval silhouette gleams like a modern coliseum, a stage for epic showdowns. This is the battleground of the North Harbour Rugby Union, where bone-crunching tackles and lightning-fast tries electrify the stands. Starting in 2025, Moana Pacifica will storm the field as a Super Rugby powerhouse, infusing the pitch with Pacific pride and flair.
Gone wide here, so we get a little closer to it.
It's hosted the FIFA Under-20 World Cup final, a global spectacle that crowned champions under these lights.
Look at that.
And let's
Whee.
not forget the Rugby League World
I
Cup
hate the
matches
default
that
Cessna.
have shaken the turf. Plus thrilling sevens rugby tournaments that keep the energy sky high. Imagine the crowd's roar on game night. Lights blazing, adrenaline pumping. Right next door's Westfield, your go-to for a shopping spree. Ahead lies that northern or southern motorway again.
Drifting closer towards Auckland. Look at that for a view. We're basically flying, weaving around over this side and then flying directly over it later, so it'll be interesting to see what that looks like. I think I've got the Orbex Auckland installed. Over the bridge, in fact.
Kia ora whānau, here she is. Hey pilot, slow it a tick, give him a quick squiz. The Auckland Harbour Bridge, aka the coat hanger, spans the Waitemata like a steel legend. Since '59, it's linked the city to the North Shore. 8 lanes, 170,000 cars a day, and bungee jumpers leaping off for kicks. I know what some of you thrill seekers are thinking. Oi, should we fly under it? Well, nah, just jokes. Pilot's keeping us legal, though I reckon he could. Yeah? Tāmaki Makoto in all its glory. Welcome to the city of sails, folks. Snap that photo, hashtag Kea Skies. Those yachts and ferries are dancing on the harbour, with the sky tower standing tall like a proud kaitiaki. Welcome to Devonport, e Huama, a picturesque seaside gem that's pure Kiwi charm. Pilot, reckon you could circle us around Mount Victoria for a cracking view of this beauty? As we glide over, feast your eyes on those charming heritage villas and the iconic volcanic cones of Mount Victoria, o Takarunga, and North Head, Maunga Uika. Pretty choice view, eh? These mighty hills were once strategic Māori pa sites, standing guard over the harbour like sentinels with unbeatable vantage points. Later, North Head turned into a military stronghold, loaded with a network of underground tunnels built in the 1880s to defend Auckland from feared Russian invasions. These tunnels housed disappearing guns, innovative weapons that could retract underground for safe reloading. stored supplies, and sheltered soldiers, forming a vital part of our coastal defences. The tunnels are a fascinating glimpse into New Zealand's defence history, with some even claiming to hear echoes of the past in their shadowy depths. Fancy a visit? Hop a ferry from the viaduct, just 15 minutes to Devonport's chill vibes, tasty kai, and arty galleries. Home to New Zealand's naval base, it's got that laid-back coastal magic. A little slice of paradise with history dripping from every corner. Take it all in as we loop around. Takurunga's mana is calling. And just beyond those rooftops, you'll see Rangitoto looming on the horizon, Auckland's youngest volcanic sibling. Pilot, let's pick up the pace. Time to stretch our wings a bit as we head out over the Hauraki Gulf. Whānau, there's the Port of Auckland, flexing its muscle on the Waitemata Harbour. This isn't just a pretty marina, it's New Zealand's busiest port, shifting millions of tons of cargo yearly and welcoming over 100 cruise ships every summer. Back in the day, Maori traded peaches and fish right here. Now it's where Kiwi legends keep the trade humming, handling 30% of New Zealand's imports and keeping our shelves stocked. Next up, check out Spark Arena, the beating pulse of Auckland's live action. From global rock stars to epic sports showdowns. Perched on the edge of downtown Auckland, this place is where the city's energy explodes. Just nearby, you've got the grand old Auckland Railway Station. Once a train hub, now swanky student digs, blending the old with the new like a pro. Ooh, hear that whānau? That's the mighty haka thundering up. Kiwi rugby soul in full force. Pilot, circle it a couple of times and drop us low and slow as you can, eh? Below us lies the legendary Eden Park, New Zealand's largest stadium and a true cornerstone of Auckland culture. This is where the All Blacks, our rugby gods, smash it.
Absolute legends.
Sweat and glory from World Cup wins in 87, 2011 and 2015. Rugby's in our blood. Over 150,000 Kiwis play. And Eden's the heartbeat, packing 50,000 fans who roar like the Tasman Sea. It's dripping with mana, that Maori mix of prestige and power. And the haka, our warrior challenge, fires it up on game day. It's strength, unity and pride, sending chills down your spine. Tino Paie, next up, the City and Sky Tower. Bring it on. That needle-like tower dominating the skyline is the famous Sky Tower, 328 metres tall, the tallest freestanding structure in the Southern Hemisphere. Below, ferries glide across the shimmering harbour and streets hum with life. This is Auckland's story. Tradition meets innovation, always alive and welcoming. Ooh, and there's the museum ahead. Pilot, let's circle it for a good look at it all. It's Auckland Domain, Tāmaki Makoto's oldest park, cradling Pukekawa, an ancient volcanic crater. Perched on its rim is the Auckland War Memorial Museum, a treasure trove of Maori artefacts that whisper Aotearoa's whakapapa, its genealogy.
The hospital helipad there,
Also,
NZJL.
beside the domain is Auckland City Hospital, New Zealand's biggest healing hub. That rooftop helipad, it's where rescue heroes swoop in, saving lives across the region.
That's what we saw a second ago then. Pretty cool. I'm enjoying this. It's something a bit different, and it's giving you an appreciation for the culture and the heritage and the history of New Zealand. It's rich, it's vast, it's detailed. The landscape is beautiful, and it's not something I would
Rising above the
ordinarily
rooftops,
go and
there's
explore.
Maunga Foe, Mount Eden. Pilot, let's circle this beauty, eh? At 196 metres, it's the tallest volcanic cone smack in central Auckland. They say Mataaho's handiwork formed Maunga Foe too, a reminder of the fiery forces beneath our feet. Sure, Rangitoto out in the harbour might top it, but that's an island, so Maunga Foe wins the mainland crown. Sacred to mana whenua, its name nods to the Foe tree that once thrived here. Peer down, See that crater at the summit? That's the Tihi, a tapu or sacred spot. Way back, this was a bustling pa, a fortified village where Maori tended gardens and scanned the harbours. These days, Maunga Fo is a popular lookout point, treating visitors to some of the most spectacular panoramic views of Tamaki Makaurau. Fancy a climb? It's worth every step. Just tread gently, because this maunga holds centuries of history and heart. Next up, we're swinging by One Tree Hill for a cheeky circle. Keep your eyes peeled for that iconic obelisk. Then it's off towards Mount Smart Stadium, where the Warriors Rugby League team bring the thunder. Speaking of thunder, no one's feeling sick from all this circling around, eh? Give us a shout if you're turning green. We've got sick bags and pep talks on standby. Directly beneath us lies Maunga Kea, One Tree Hill. Pilot, let's circle the summit so we can take in the obelisk and those historic terrace slopes from every angle. Once the site of Auckland's largest Māori pa, this fortified settlement was home to thousands. With terrace slopes and panoramic harbour views, it was strategically perfect. Māori customs like the
Very nice.
a handshake, are important in building relationships and showing mutual respect, much like the history of this place reflects ties between iwi and the land. Up top stands an iconic obelisk, a gift from Sir John Logan Campbell to honour Māori heritage. It started with a sacred tōtara tree, swapped for a Monterey pine, and in the 90s it became a symbol of land rights defiance. Now, fresh native trees breathe new wairua or spirit into this historic maunga. A real taonga, eh? With the dark brown roof there is the Fo Guang Shan Buddhist temple, Auckland's biggest Buddhist monastery tucked away in the suburb of Flatbush. Built in classic Tang Dynasty style, it's a peaceful oasis of golden shrines, tranquil courtyards and gardens so neat they're practically art. More than just a stunner, it's a hub of compassion and calm, showing off Auckland's rich diversity. Fancy a breather? Their vegetarian cafe serves up a mean coffee, perfect for soaking in the peace. Now cast your eyes to that deep green horizon. The Hunua Ranges are calling. And we're diving into the wild next. Pilot, let's speed up.
Sweet as.
See what this bird can do. And no acrobatics today.
So we're not far off returning back to the airfield now. I think there's maybe 1 or 2 points left. And for about $8 US, so £6, it's the sort of thing you might use once and then you might revisit a year later, that sort of thing. But generally I found it quite interesting, quite informative, a very seamless narration. Like I said earlier on with the Maori, I think it'd have been nice to have a bit more of a slower kind of learning or educational point with that. So, you know, trying to get people to pronounce them, for example, I think that would have been a nice touch, rather than having all of the voices talking over. And so if you were trying to do it, you could at least try and do it right straight away. The landscape around here is phenomenal. Bearing in mind this is all default 2024 scenery. I don't have the Auckland City Pack installed yet. We had things like the Auckland Tower, the Buddhist temple included as well, that sort of thing. So, you know, there's been lots to see. Really nice stories of history, culture, and yeah, it's actually been really enjoyable. It's very different to what I do with my day-to-day, my routine flying in the sim, which is, as you all know, typically fast, high airliner work. And it's nice to jump back in. It shows you how superb Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 is as well. I mean, look at that. It's absolutely wonderful. I think that's our airfield as well. But we're routing off towards these mountains first, then curving back by the looks of it before landing. So I'll do these last few. You've already heard my sum up. And the last thing we'll do in the video is get on the ground and land. But as always, share your thoughts down in the comments below. Let me know what you think, because it is very different to a lot of products out there. I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to give us a like if you've enjoyed this video.
Kiwi racetracks where the petrol heads play. Oh, and feast your eyes on those kiwi fruit orchards stretching out. Rows of green gold, ripe for the picking. We're almost home, but hang on, more fun's coming up.
Yeah, this has been very enjoyable, very different. It's a nicely put together bush tour. You'll find it in the custom content section of your missions part of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 for those of you using that. Not sure, I'd imagine it's in a very similar place in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. I probably would recommend getting the Orbex Auckland City Pack with it if you don't already have it, just to enhance those visuals around the central business district, although as you've seen it's not really mandatory. You certainly don't need to get it. I haven't, and it was still very enjoyable. It'd be interesting to see what the Kea Skies team come up with, because there was a mention a moment ago of another tour in development at the moment, but they're also welcome to feedback, they've said, for how this tour has been formed, and whether or not we'd like to see certain things in the future as users. So yeah, very interesting. Try and get this default Cessna on the ground. God, it handles horribly. Touchdown.
Phew, we've touched down at
There we go.
Aerodrome. What a ripper. Lush forest,
Hit subscribe.
black sand beaches, and
Links
city
are below.
sparkle all in one
Thank
go.
you very much for
Stay
watching,
buckled up, whānau.
and I'll see you next time. Take care.
Spot and power down. But first, let's give our pilot Tane a big paki paki. A round of applause for nailing it. And you've been an awesome crew. Give yourselves a hand.